A hard land requires a hard journal. Today I'm going to be talking about journaling, the way I journal, the reasons I choose the sort of journals I do, and the kit that I use to go out into the wild. I'm just going to give you all my secrets. I do have research journals, and in research journals I will... Oh, the kookaburra is going to laugh at me. And in research journals, I'll treat them almost like a scrapbook of just picking up lots and lots of reference ideas, stories. I love getting old newspaper clips and just sticking them in. Now, this journal here is all about thylacines. I actually label these research journals, and they're just a reference book. If you always wanted that perfect reference book but it doesn't exist, you kind of make it exist. These here are the journals that I use out in the field. Camouflage is really, really good. When you wear dull colours or camouflage, and if you have your covers that are camouflage, the more camouflage stuff you have, the better. I find that you sit quietly in camouflage and you are drawing, all the birds start appearing around you. Animals don't notice you as much. You're not as threatening to them. There's a reason why hunters wear camouflage. And so, camouflage journal, always good. The only downside is once in Florida, I almost lost this. It took me ages to find it. It was just sitting on the grass when I went to chase an iguana. It took me quite a while to find this one again, but luckily I did. Two types of camouflage field journals. One is one that I make myself. I bind the paper so I can get exactly the paper I want, and I make a hard cover and I cut up a bit of material, camouflage, and stick on the outside. There's a lot of tutorials on YouTube showing you how to bind a book. You can make it as rough as you want, as tough as you want. It's just purposely building your own journal. I find custom building anything is better than trying to search for it. My favorite journals are these, and I'm going to show you how I make one. The other thing you'll notice with my field journals is I usually don't use white paper. I use an off-white colour for two reasons. One, it doesn't scare the animals. Two is that if you're outside, the paper doesn't glare up in your eyes as much, so it reduces glare. And if you want to put a third reason, you can use white. White highlights kind of make things look cool. So these zip-up journals are the best. You've got pockets here that I can hold pencils in there. I can put in a small tin of watercolor paints there. And what these are actually Bible covers. A long time ago, somebody just gave me this Bible cover here, and I thought, wow, it's so handy. And I thought, surely another one exists somewhere. And I found on eBay, I found that you can just look up Bible cover and you get a lot of options. The only downside is that you try and buy a sketch pad to fit these, it won't happen. It's not an A4 size, it's not A5, and so what you have to do is get A4, get a sharp knife, and cut down that A4 size. You need wire cutters to cut the ring binding, and you just, with a straight edge ruler and a knife, just slowly cut until you've cut the thing down to the size you want. The trick of cutting is usually get a fresh blade. You don't press hard, you just stroke, and you just keep stroking and stroking until you let the blade cut through that thing. Then you get a reasonably good cut. If it's a bit rough, it doesn't matter. Once it goes into this zip-up journal, that kind of hides some of the roughness, so that's kind of cool too. And there you have the next journal, ready to fill with a lot more adventures. So I hope this quick little journal video has helped you, maybe given you ideas. Everybody's an individual, everybody approaches nature journaling their own way. This is just the way I do it. You might do it a different way. If you do, let us know in the comments. See you next time.